Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and my leadership insight for you today is Inclusivity at Work Reflections from the Playground. Think back a few years to when you were in elementary, middle, or even high school, and the dynamics of navigating the playground and hanging out around school was often just as much of a challenge as mastering your classes. And so, sure, for some it seemed easy, but for others it was fraught with social stress of making friends, keeping friends, avoiding bullies, trying to be the bully, finding acceptance, and developing trusting relationships. I recently read an article about a woman who recounted being bullied in school, and this, along with other aspects of her personality, contributed to psychological trauma as she grew up. Years later, she decided to reach out to her childhood friends to interview them and ask what they were experiencing during those same years. Well, her findings were surprising. Many who seemed popular and well adjusted told stories of their own stresses. Some were apologetic about the trauma they caused, sharing their own pain from those days. And many of the women shared lasting emotions about that time in their lives. The common observation was they wanted to be valued by others. They wanted to be included in activities with friends, and they were seeking validation and acceptance. Well, that desire doesn't really change with age. We grow up, we leave school, we transition to work, and underlying all the busyness of getting our job done, we seek the same validation and acceptance. We want our colleagues to see the significance of what we do. We want to be included. But sometimes the past pressures of building relationships at school also show up in the current work environment. Different cliques and alliances form in departments. Some might suggest that differences in performance account for perceived differences in treatment, but we need to really think about which is the cause versus the effect. Ultimately, leaders are responsible for establishing an environment where all employees feel included, identifying the value added contribution of everyone on the team, and understanding their different needs in order to provide equitable solutions. This creates an atmosphere where employees can perform at their best. They can collaborate, contribute ideas, work collectively, celebrate group wins. They can learn the organizational culture and understand how to thrive in it. Leaders can create an environment of inclusion in several ways. The first, have purposeful interactions with others. And this means taking the time to engage a variety of team members in conversation and to strategically recognize behaviors and contributions of people to encourage them. Second, be curious about personal biases and blind spots. We all have them. We just aren't aware of what they are. We make assumptions, we categorize people and situations based on past experiences. If we instead ask questions and seek to understand and listen more than we speak, we'll learn more, we'll engage deeply, and we'll value others. Third, communicate clear expectations on team dynamics. Now, this includes expecting mutual respect, demonstrating trust, modeling listening to a variety of viewpoints, and encouraging debate, but yet expect support for group decisions and demonstrate trust and accountability. And the last one, celebrate diversity. Create opportunities for employees to share their unique gifts and talk about the diversity on the team. Now, leaders can only take these steps when they've done their own work first, by engaging in deep reflection on their values and behavior, understanding that inviting diverse people into the organization without ensuring they feel valued is going to inhibit individual and team performance. Leaders have the opportunity to understand how their own values and behaviors can be a roadblock or it can enable progress and leverage the potential contribution of each person. So be inclusive. Thanks for listening.